I don't sleep enough without you, and I can't eat enough without you. If you don't speak, does that mean we're through? Don't like sneaky shit that you do.
Good boy's a liar, good boy's a liar. He doesn't see ya, you're not looking at me, boy. Good boy's a liar.
Okay, welcome to my Bad, Bougie, and Blunt podcast starring moi, Alexis. Okay, so let's get into the nitty and gritty. Boom, boom, boom. So a lot of people have been asking me a bunch of questions, and I figured that every question that everybody has asked me basically on my podcast, because this is my first video, so basically I kind of just want to tell y'all like what this podcast entails, why I'm doing it, and basically those are the questions that y'all been asking me too. So what I'm going to do is I wrote down the questions that I was being asked, and I figured I'd just answer them on my video. So, boom. So I titled it Frequently Asked Questions because a lot of people were asking me that on my social media. It's like the same shit. So I just figured, okay, let me write it down and then answer everything for y'all one good time. All right? All right. So the first question that I was asked was, what is this podcast going to be about? All right. So I kind of put like a little paragraph on the actual YouTube to like show y'all that this is what it's going to be about. But you know, we black people, we don't really read shit for real. We still ask questions anyway. So I have no problem explaining to y'all what my podcast is going to be about. I have no problem doing that. Okay, so basically, I decided to do a podcast because I am a people person. I've been told that my whole life. I know how to interact with others. I can relate to males as much as females. I'm not biased on things, and I kind of feel like my opinions matter to a lot of people in my life, and it could matter to those that don't even know me, you know, because I've been told that, like, you know, your voice speaks volumes. So I figured, okay, let me put everything about myself, which is my personality, and turn it into a podcast. So that's exactly what I'm doing. So any topic that I discuss, it's gonna come from how my standpoint, my viewpoint, and then I'm going to have other people's viewpoints on it. And then, you know, the question thing that I do, like I'm write down people's questions. I'm going to make sure I put that in every video that I have, because every day there's people asking me questions. So I'm going to always have that little segment in my podcast where I answer you guys' questions. So next question. What happened to the last podcast you did with that guy? So a lot of people has been asking me that. And to be clear, that guy is my brother. And we was doing a podcast together, and you know how people just don't work out with each other? Things just don't work out. And I'm not saying that to bash my brother or anything like that, but, you know, I'm strongly opinionated on my things, and he's strongly opinionated on his things, and sometimes that may clash. So it's good to do things on your own. So I feel like that's just where that derives from. I just rather do things on my own. And the type of person that I am, I got this type shit. You feel me? So, you know I'm an excel type thing, because my personality speaks for itself. I'm the best. You feel me? And I feel like if you don't move like you the best, then are you really the best? Yeah. So third question: are you inviting guests on here? Yes, I am. So this first is like I wouldn't say this will probably be 10 minutes, 15 minutes long, but I want to do like 20-minute segments, 25-minute segments where like I have guests over, which I have a list already of people who's coming next, and get their opinions on things too, because I feel like I like hearing me, and people like hearing my opinions too, but I feel like other people's opinions matter as well. And they give you an insight on things that you never thought of. Like you never thought of things that way. Like for example, when I'm talking to my friends and I'm having an issue about something and I want to speak to them, I would hear their opinion, and then in my mind it'd be like, oh shit, I didn't even think of it like that. That's a good thing that you told me that, because now I get to think of it like that. It broadens your horizon. You know, it just makes you know like other people don't think like you, which is a good thing, because you don't want everybody in this world to think like you or be like you. You don't want a copycat, you know what I'm saying? Unless you a twin, that's different. But it's good to have other people's opinions out there, because not everybody's opinions matter. I'm not saying that, because some people's opinions, y'all just talk shit to talk shit. Nobody got time for that. But some opinions that will broaden your horizon, open your mindset more, because some people be stuck in their ways. Those opinions matter to me. That's how I see it. Next one. Who is your co-host? So my co-host is Z. Well, her name is Zara, but her nickname is Z. I call her Z, you know, close friends call her Z or whatever. But to me, our thing, she's my twin. We call each other Twinny. That's our thing, because we act alike. Like, even with this wig, like, she got one too. Like, I'm telling you, if we have a picture together, actually, we look just alike in that picture. Like, even her mother was saying that we was looking alike. Like, that's just what we give off. Like, we have the same mindset, you know. I feel like I'm her big sister. So she is my co-host, but she's not somebody that's going to be on every single episode with me. She's just going to be there when she's available type shit. Because, you know, people got their own lives too. And this is something that I want to do. So I wouldn't want to push what I want to do onto other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, make sure you're here every episode. No, come when you feel like it. Come when you have time. Simple as that. But she will be on one of the episodes. She'll be explaining herself, let her know who she's about, all of that stuff. And in my intro, at the end, and in the videos, you're gonna see who she is, her Instagram at the end, to follow her and stuff like that, to get more of who she is as a person. But she's an amazing person, and I love her. Next one. What made you want to do a podcast with all that you already have going on? So, a guy, I remember this question. A dude actually asked me this, and sometimes I kind of feel like you guys be biased. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because I have a lot going on, don't mean I can't add on a lot more. You know what I'm saying? Like, that goes back from, like, don't stop yourself. Don't limit yourself, because, yeah, I'm in school. Yeah, I'm taking care of my daughter by myself. Yeah, I'm soon renovating my apartment. You know, I got a lot going on. Yeah, that's true. But I'm also making time, as what I'm doing right now, to record this video, to let y'all know about what's going on with me, what I want to do, why I want to do it. You know, to sit here and talk to y'all, even if it's 10, 15 minutes out of my day. And I'm going to be posting videos twice a month. So I feel like, why can't I take 2 days out a month to engage with my followers, to engage with people that want to hear me speak, to want to hear what I got to say? So that's why I decided to do that with all that I have going on, because why not? That's just why I want to do it, because why not? Why not? I got a lot going on, yeah, but as you can see, I'm getting that shit done, right? And I'm going to get this done too. Just watch me elevate. So that's all the questions for today. Next episode, I'll post whatever questions that they have after. Now, let's get into the first topic of today. Now, the first topic of today is called accountability, guys. That is the topic for today. Accountability. Because that topic is big in society, okay? Big. All right. First things first. What is accountability? For me, here's my definition of accountability. Accountability is realizing that you did something, your actions, what you did was wrong, and you're owning up to what you did, as well as not even just verbally, but physically showing that you accept what you did, you realize what you did was wrong, and you're trying to make up for it. That's my definition of accountability. All right. So why do people confuse accountability with vulnerability? You know, for me, I feel like people confuse it because they think that being accountable makes them vulnerable, meaning that it makes them weak. So, especially some men and some women, they feel like, if I own up to you and tell you I was wrong, even though I know I was wrong, I'm going to look weak. Like, it's going to fuck up their ego. And it's not, actually. It's being real, it's being human, and it's doing the right thing. That's all that accountability is. Especially when you yourself and your conscience know that what you did was wrong. You know what I'm saying? So, have you ever been in a situation where you needed to be held accountable for your actions or had to hold someone accountable? What was it and how did it turn out? So I would say, I would talk about me, since, you know, this is my podcast. I'm gonna talk about me. So a situation where I felt like I had to be held accountable was when I was dating someone and he told me that basically, because I was laughing at a situation, I'm not gonna get too deep into it because it's not really like, it's personal shit. But he was basically telling me how he feel, and I didn't get it. I thought that he was trying to like belittle me. So I was like trying to make fun of his feelings and stuff like that. And that's another reason why some men don't like to talk about their emotions and how they feel, because that's what a lot of women do. They turn it into them and then they get defensive when I shouldn't have done that. So he was explaining his feelings to me, and I automatically thought he was coming at me, and I got defensive and I started coming at him and laughing in his face. And later on, I realized that that was wrong. So I had to sit myself down, talk to myself first, realize what I did, retract my steps, and then fix the situation, because that wasn't the right thing to do. So I went back to him, sat him down, told him that I was wrong, told him that I didn't, and let me be clear. Personally, to me, I'm sorry is not an apology. I feel like I'm sorry because I ... is an apology to me. Because anybody can just say I'm sorry. Nigga, I can say I'm sorry right now and I fucking mean it. You wouldn't really know. I feel like I'm sorry with words and actions, more to it, makes more sense to me. That's how I see it. You know what I'm saying? So I sat him down. I told him I was sorry. I told him why I was sorry. And I told him I'd never do it again. And I never did it again. And that showed him that I really did not mean what I said. And at first, I didn't understand what he said until I took time to really comprehend what he was saying to me. And that it wasn't about me. This was just how he feels. Because if the roles was reversed, he wouldn't have done that to me. So I'm not going to do something to him that he wouldn't have done to me. So that's the time where... And it turned out, how it turned out was that it ended up good. He forgave me, and we ended up being good after that, Had some great makeup sex. Yeah. So, next one. Is holding people accountable a good or bad thing? It's a good thing, okay? It's a motherfucking good thing. Like, I feel like if you don't hold yourself accountable for the shit that you did that was fucked up, then I feel like that's a problem. Because... not all the time people is going to tell you where you're wrong at. Sometimes you really have to sit down and think about the situations that occurred in your life and find out where you're wrong at. Because not all the time people is going to, like, that's like giving you a silver spoon in your mouth. No, not all the time people's going to tell you that shit. You got to know when to sit there and say to myself, damn, that was a little fucked up. Like, damn, like, I ain't really mean to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to do that. Like, that's part of growing up. That's part of being grown. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta broaden your horizon, your mindset. Like, you gotta do that. Because if you don't, you're not going to excel in life. You're not. And I'm gonna just be real as fuck. You're really not. Because not holding no accountability and thinking that people are gonna wanna be around you, gonna wanna help you, gonna wanna uplift you. No, you're gonna be getting nothing but karma for the rest of your fucking life, because you don't know when to say, I was wrong. And a lot of people are like that. They don't know when to say, I was wrong. Them words may not never leave their fucking mouth, because it's hard for them to say that. So yeah, it's definitely a good thing to be held accountable when you're wrong. When you're wrong, you're wrong. When you're right, you're right. Period. So I was rudely interrupted by my phone. It died on me. Sorry about that, y'all. But hold on. P.S. I make the best iced coffees around. Ask my friends. But yeah, so I just want to end this off by saying that accountability is really part of growing up. Like, that's just what it is. Like, you can choose not to be accountable, not be held accountable for your actions, but it will not make your life any fucking better. It will not. Because all people are going to see is that you're stuck up, that you're selfish, that you don't see where other people is coming from, and that you don't give a fuck. And if you don't give a fuck, then that means that you don't care to have friends. You don't care to be around nobody. Like, you only care to be a loner. And sometimes to elevate in life, to achieve things that you want to achieve, you cannot be in a world by yourself, doing for yourself, excelling us by yourself. No, you're going to need someone who can put you in that right direction to make you go up, or advice, opinions, things that you may have never known, but because you don't want to be held accountable for your actions, nobody want to be around you. Like, that's the type of thing that you want. Like, that's how you want to live your life. I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't want to live their life like that. So be held when you're being held accountable for your actions, don't deny it. Don't, because we know you were wrong. You know you were wrong. Just say you were wrong and change it. It's that easy. And in my opinion, majority of men don't like that. They don't like to be held accountable for their actions because they feel like it fucks up their ego. And I definitely disagree, because I will not think you're a bitch ass nigga because you told me that you were sorry for something that you actually did wrong to me. No, I'm not. I'm going to call you a bitch ass nigga because you didn't tell me sorry for what you did wrong to me. That's what I'm going to call you a bitch ass nigga for. You know what I'm saying? So stop thinking that your ego always has something to do with it. And women, stop thinking that I'm that bitch so I don't have to say sorry to a man. No, you don't, because these niggas have emotions too. So say sorry. And when you say sorry, mean that shit. Don't just say sorry, because that's the big one. Mean that shit when you say sorry. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Thank you guys for tuning in for my first episode. I really hope that you like it. You can like, comment, share, give me any ideas. Tell me what you think of this video. This is my very first video. I'm doing this by myself. And, just stay tuned for next week's topic, because I'm posting again next week.